We have just worked 7 rows in the round by stockinette stitch. Now we are going to decrease the number of stitches again by knitting 2 stitches together through the front leg. Knit 2 stitches together through the front leg, as we did before. Knit 2 stitches together through the front leg. Just keep repeating knitting 2 stitches together through the front leg. Knit 2 stitches together till the end of this row in the round. Repeat the same, knit 2 stitches together. Keep knitting 2 stitches together through the front leg. Keep knitting 2 stitches together across all this row in the round. This is the second decreasing of our stitches. Repeat the same, knit 2 stitches together till the end of this row in the round. We have just decreased the number of stitches again, and we have finished this row in the round. Further, we are going to work 4 rows in the round by stockinette stitch. Knit by stockinette stitch 4 rows in the round upward by stockinette stitch. Just keep knitting. Just keep knitting 4 rows in the round upward by stockinette stitch. Just keep knitting 4 rows in the round upward. We have just worked 4 rows in the round by stockinette stitch, and now we are going to decrease the number of stitches the last time. Knit 2 stitches together through the front leg. Repeat the same, knit 2 stitches together through the front leg. We are decreasing the number of stitches. Repeat the same, knit 2 stitches together through the front leg till the end of this row in the round. We have just knitted 2 stitches together till the end of this row in the round, and we have decreased the number of stitches the last time. Then cut off the thread and attach the needle for sewing the seam, and slip all the rest of the stitches onto the needle for sewing the seam. Slip all the remaining stitches onto the needle for sewing the seam, and then slip all the remaining stitches onto the needle for sewing the seam. And then tighten up the top of the beanie, and attach from the wrong side this way. Sew it. Attach the thread from the wrong side. Now we have this top of our beanie. We have tightened up the top. Finally, we have such a beanie. Further, we are going to work the bow of this beanie in order to attach it to the top, to sew it to the top. For working the bow, I have cast on 40 stitches on the knitting needles, the diameter 3 millimeters, and I'm going to work by stockinette stitch. Slip the edge stitch and knit this row. Just keep knitting till the end of this row. This is the first row of stockinette stitch. We knit this row. Keep knitting till the end of this row. Just keep knitting till the end of this row. And purl the last edge stitch. We always purl the last edge stitch. We have just worked the first row of the stockinette stitch, then turn the work, and let's do the second row of the stockinette stitch. Slip the edge stitch and purl till the end of the second row. Just keep purling till the end of the second row. This is the stockinette stitch. We knit the odd rows and we purl the even rows. Just keep purling till the end of the second row. And purl the last edge stitch. We have just worked the second row, then turn the work. And further we simply repeat the first row and the second row. Slip the edge stitch and knit all the stitches of the third row the same way as the first row. This is the right side row. We knit all the right side rows and we purl all the wrong side rows. We alternate. Knit the row, purl the row. We have just worked 19 centimeters upward by stockinette stitch. This is the wrong side and this is the right side of our work. Further we are going to bind off the stitches the following way. Knit 2 stitches together and slip the resulting stitch back to the main needle. Again, knit 2 stitches together, slip the resulting stitch back to the main needle. Knit 2 stitches together, slip the resulting stitch back to the main needle. Repeat the same. Knit 2 stitches together, slip the resulting stitch back to the main needle. Do the same till the end of the row. Knit 2 stitches together, slip the resulting stitch back to the main needle. Knit 2 stitches together, slip the resulting stitch back to the main needle. Continue the same till the end of this row, binding off the stitches. We have just bound off the stitches and pass the thread through the loop and tighten up. We have such a rectangle. then fold it in two, and from the wrong side we are going to sew from the wrong side. Sew the sides, both sides from the wrong side. We have just sewn the both sides, the seams from the both sides, then turn the work to the right side, turn the work out to the right side, and then sew this side, sew the side seam from this side. Pick up the stitches from both sides and work accurately, sewing the seam from this side along this side. Sew the side seam. We have just sewn the side seams. For that I'm going to make the bow. Okay, make this way, make the form of the bow, and string the needle, pass it through the bow, and attach and sew this way, making a bow. I have just worked the bow. I also cast on 8 stitches on the knitting needles and worked by the stockinette stitch 8 centimeters long, 8 centimeters upward, and I have made the strip to wrap the middle of the bow. And wrap this strip around the bow and sew it. And attach and sew this bow to the top of the beanie. We have just sewn the bow to the top of the beanie. And let's attach the corners, these corners of the bow to the beanie. We also may decorate our beanie with beads at your discretion. I also have attached the lower sides of the bow. I attached to the top of the beanie also, and I have decorated it with beads. If you like this, click like, visit my channel, subscribe. I wish you all good. Goodbye.